I'm really sorry for the last video that I put out. Last thing that I want to do is worry anyone. So I'm feeling better now. This is just so unpredictable and so unpredictable and unmanageable. So I'm struggling at the moment with I think I've got colitis, ulcerative colitis, which is inflammation and ulceration. And that, I mean, I'm sure that's contributed to, it's all connected. But that's easier to deal with, or yeah, easier to deal with than this shit. Because it's just easier to manage, you know. This is wild. And wild at times. But yeah, the point that I tried to make at the end of that ridiculous video, and not, you know, talking, and same with this ulcerative colitis. Yeah, I mean, when I realised that I had problems down there, I didn't wait to talk, and I mean, I was still embarrassed to go and say, you know, I've got, but I didn't wait, you know, because I knew, I was like, oh my god, this is bad, like, bleeding a lot and stuff down there. So I was like, you know, I've got to go and sort this out. This, you don't, do you? You just, or I don't wait until that crisis point. But they're no different. And this is what when I go into schools, I say this all the time. This is no different to any other organ in the body. And you can't control what goes on in here sometimes, you know, it's like you get a stomach ache, and you know when you get a stomach ache and you're like, oh, like, where's this come from? And blah. You don't know, just, you know, sometimes it comes on and you don't know, it comes on, but you deal with it. You're not just going to sit there in pain, are you? But this, you know, you get a difficult state of mind and it comes on, and what I'm saying is you don't beat yourself up when you get the stomach cramps, do you? You don't beat yourself up. You're just like, oh, hot water bottle, oh, you know, I'm struggling. With this, it's like, why are you thinking like this? Why are you feeling this? Oh, we're so unkind to ourselves. And it's the stigma. But, I just don't want anyone to be worried. I had a few messages where people, I'm fine. Fine. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. That's all I want to say really, but just a couple of things. The other day I was at an event, conference. I was in a taxi from the conference I was going to the airport actually. From the conference to the airport, and I was having a conversation with the taxi driver. And I was really engaged with this taxi driver. We were talking probably about I talk 98% of my conversation is about mental health because I'm so passionate about it. So you're probably talking about that. And then suddenly, I don't know what it was, suddenly that broke that conversation, as in, I came back to, I stopped being so, I was 100% engaged in that conversation, and then that broke. And I went back to my normal self, which is something like maybe 40% is engaged with someone else, and 60% is, fuck, you know, what, how did that sound? And that was a stupid thing to say, and, you know, what does he think of you? And you know, all of that shit. It made me really sad. I wish, like, you know, because it was so nice. Because I didn't even realise I was just engrossed in the conversation. But then the reality hit in, and that whole, yeah, it made me realise, you know, out there, it's so difficult. There's one of my favourite songs is I Am a Rock by Simon and Garfunkel. And I love the lines, hiding in my room, safe within my womb. I touch no one and no one touches me. It's just easier, isn't it? But for me, I mean, it's just so hard, and people don't realise how hard it is for people. And that takes me to another quote, which is Plato, which is, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a tough battle. And if we were kind to each other, I could live in the world. But the lack of compassion and empathy and kindness, I can't. I mean, I don't have a choice. But it's just hard. And I think everything just got on top of me. That last video. Yeah. And the other thing I wanted to say is, talking to my therapist, kind of realised that for me, and that was reflected in my last video, for me it's so extreme. So I either feel inferior a lot of the time, where that person's better than me, and that person's, this is just a quick story, I want to make this short, a quick story. When I was 10 in primary school, I got chosen to be in this film, and it was chosen out of all the other pupils in my school. And I'll never forget, I did the filming. It was a film about a boy that has cystic fibrosis. I did the filming, it was rubbish. I did the filming, and I came back to school, it was like half a day's filming in the morning, came back to school in the afternoon. I'll never forget, I walked into the classroom, and it was a boys' school, all the boys jumped up and were like, oh my god, Johnny, so what was it like? Oh my god, can I get your autograph? Oh my god, you're famous. Oh my god, like, so cool. The boys that never spoke to me, I was the least coolest kid. I felt like an outcast. And suddenly, everyone was like, and I've got this vision of me floating through that classroom to my desk, I sat at the back, to the back of the classroom, or near the back. Everyone, a vision of me floating, and people like a red carpet. And that was great. And then a few months later, the film came out, and I was rubbish. They showed the film. I was awful. And that lunch break, I remember sitting in the canteen thinking, oh, everyone's going to come up to me again and be like, oh, Johnny, you were so cool. And And no one did. Oh, I don't even want to think about it, because it hurt. It was stupid. But that's what it is, it's feeling inferior, or feeling superior. Why can't I just be in the middle? You know? Why can't I just be in the middle? Because all the things that I do now, and all the media that I've done, and the talks that I give, you're up here for a little bit and then you're down there again. Or I'm not you, I just want to be in the middle. Why do I have to be this thing? Why can't I just be? And it links back to the Truman Show. All those years, you know, I thought I was on this TV show. I thought I was special. Why can I not just be me? Why do I have to be somebody else? Anyway, this was not what I intended to. I just wanted to say I'm okay. And thanks as well for people that don't need to be worried about me. I'm fine. I'm always fine. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Thanks.